Hello, my name is George Cunningham, the school counselor coordinator for Hampton High School, and I'm going to be speaking with you about the PSAT NMSQT, which was a test that students in the class of 2021, as well as some students who paid to take it for the class of 2020, um, this past October. I'm going to talk about how to use the PSAT and MSQT as a tool to help students increase their scores on the actual SAT as well as increasing their college readiness. The PSAT NMSQT is focused on the skills and knowledge they are working on in their high school classes. Students don't need to learn additional facts or formulas in order to be successful. They don't have to worry about gaming the test. Their scores will be based only on the questions they answer correctly. And there are no penalties for wrong answers. This test took them 2 hours and 45 minutes to complete. The SAT is aligned to the PSAT and MSQT. The PSAT and MSQT is a preview of the content on the SAT and will help them practice for the SAT. The PSAT and MSQT scores and all scores in the SAT suite of assessments are accessible from the student's online College Board account. The PSAT and MSQT offers several benefits. When students link their College Board account with their Khan Academy account, Khan Academy will use their PSAT and MSQT scores to design a practice plan and practice questions tailored to each student's strengths and areas for improvement. This program is completely free, and practice test questions on Khan Academy are created with College Board approval. So this is the best SAT practice available. The student's online score report links to valuable tools for college and career planning. Students can use Big Future and Roadmap to Careers to investigate their academic interest in college and career options. When students take PSAT and MSQT, they're automatically screened for the National Merit Scholarship Program, an academic competition for recognition and scholarships. For more information, visit NMSC's website or see the official student guide to the PSAT NMSQT or the guide to the National Merit Scholarship Program. The National Merit Scholarship Corporation is a co-sponsor of the PSAT and MSQT. In addition, the College Board is partnering with several other organizations who provide millions of dollars in scholarships to qualified low-income and minority students. Students who opt in to Student Search Service can be identified by these organizations. PSAT and MSQT scores are indicators of ability to succeed in advanced placement courses. Students can find the AP courses in which they are likely to succeed in the online reporting system. Students have two options for accessing their PSAT and MSQT scores: through their College Board account or by viewing their paper score report. The best method for students to get information about all of their scores and other college planning resources is to log in to their College Board account. To access your scores, students will need to log into their College Board accounts or sign up for an account using the instructions below. And follow along with the screenshots in the PowerPoint presentation. You can use this slide to navigate through the sign up process. First and foremost, you're going to go to studentscores.collegeboard.org. You'll click sign up under the sign in spaces, then input your personal information under create your student account. I want to remind students that this information, your name, date of birth, and email address, must match the information that students provided in the student questionnaire on the PSAT and MSQT this past October. Once students have set up their College Board account, they will need to log into the account to access score information. Students should enter their username and password at studentscores.collegeboard.org. They will be redirected to their SAT Suite of Assessments score reporting portal with their most recent test showing first. In their most recent test, if I should say their most recent test is missing, they can use the missing scores link to update their personal information and provide their access code or student ID that will match their scores to their account. Students' email addresses must match their registration information for scores to be loaded in the account. Students can call College Board customer service if they're having difficulty seeing their scores. The phone number to call is 866 433 7728. When students log into their College Board account, they will be taken to a dashboard entry screen that includes their scores, links to SAT practice, AP and core coursework, and information about students' search service and career profiles. The first thing they will see on the dashboard is their most recent scores. The total score for the PSAT NMSQT ranges from 320 to 1520. It is the sum of their math section score added to their evidence-based reading and writing section score. In the example on the slide, Emma's total score is 860, with a 380 in evidence-based reading and writing and a 480 in math. When students click View Details, they will be taken to their detailed score reports. Next to each score, students can see the range of minimum and maximum scores for each of these scores. Under their score, students can click to see their score range. When students take tests more than once, their scores may differ on each testing occasion. PSAT and NMSQT scores should be interpreted as ranges rather than singular points, because a student's score might vary slightly if he or she had taken different versions of the test under identical conditions. This link will tell students their score range based on their current score. Below each of the three scores, students are presented with their nationally representative sample percentile. This number is the percentile rank, the percentage of scores that fall below this score for a student if all U.S. students in their same grade took the test. From this example on the slide, a score of 860 means this student performed better than 41% of students nationally. The evidence-based reading and writing scores is in the 29th percentile, and the math is in the 63rd percentile. Helping students find and understanding their nationally representative sample percentile will help them understand how well they did and compared to other students in their same grade level. Percentiles and benchmarks are provided for 10th and 11th grades on the PSAT and NMSQT. If a student is a grade level ahead or behind, he or she is compared to the nearest grade level. For example, a 9th grader will be compared to 10th grade benchmarks. The predicted SAT score is an initial projection based on current SAT data and concordance. The projection range may include a lower score than the student earned on the PSAT and MSQT. The projection is based on the growth of students who scored between the 10th and 90th percentiles. Students can use this predicted SAT information as motivation to continue to practice and prepare for the SAT. In the example on the slide, the student has earned a 380 on evidence-based reading and writing. This does not meet the PSAT NMSQT college readiness benchmark of 460. The projected range for the SAT is shaded in blue. on the second graphic below the 480 SAT College Readiness benchmark. Students will see their numerical score for each section, test, and subscore. The section score graphic shows where the student score falls on a continuum and is colored to demonstrate how the score corresponds to the grade level benchmark. There is a grade level benchmark for evidence-based reading and writing, and a grade level benchmark for math. Students who meet the grade level benchmark are on track for meeting the corresponding college readiness benchmark on the SAT. For their section scores, if the score falls in the red area of the graphic, they need to strengthen their skills, meaning they are more than 1 year below the grade level benchmark. If the score falls in the yellow part of the graphic, they are approaching benchmark or below the grade level benchmark by 1 year or less. If the score falls in the green area of the graphic, they are on track to meet the college readiness benchmark and have met or exceeded the grade level benchmark. For test scores and subscores, which are also shown on a color-coded continuum, the colors in the graphics represent relative strengths, green, and weaknesses, red, based on typical student performance. Students receive more in-depth information about their performance on the new PSAT and NMSQT more than ever before. Test scores, cross-test scores, subscores are intended to give students insightful information about their strengths and areas for improvement. Test scores on PSAT and NMSQT range from 8 to 38. By reviewing their test scores, students can discover if they perform better on the reading test or on the writing and language test, which together produce the evidence-based reading and writing section score. For example, in the sample on this slide, this student scored a 24 and is in the yellow on the reading test, indicating he is below the average student performance of those who met the benchmark by 1 year or less in reading. He earned a 30 on the writing and language test and is in the green, meet or exceeds the average student performance of those who met the benchmark, and in math he earned a 13.5. His score is in the red area, indicating he needs more than 1 year's growth to meet the average score of students who met the grade level benchmark. The range for subscores is 1 to 15. 3 subscores are generated from the math section, including Heart of Algebra, Problem Solving and Data Analysis, and Passport to Advanced Math. 4 subscores are generated from the evidence-based reading and writing section. Of those 4 subscores, 2 are generated from writing and language tests only, expressions of ideas, and standard English conventions. Command of evidence and words and context are derived from questions on both the reading test and the writing and language test. In the sample on the slide, this student entered a 12 is in the green on words and context, but earned an 8 and is in the yellow on command of evidence, demonstrating relative areas of strengths and weaknesses and clarifying the areas in reading and writing and language in which he or she can work to improve. Cross-test scores are derived from questions related to science or history, social studies, on the reading test, the writing and language test, and the math test. The range for cross-test scores is between 8 and 38 on the PSAT and NMSQT. Skills Insight is a tab on the top of the scores report screen. Skills Insight gives students more information about the knowledge and skills they have demonstrated and the knowledge and skills on which they should focus for growth. Skills Insight connects a student's focus areas to the subscores and the skills that are assessed. Students can click on the question box to see the questions associated with the skills and subscores. There is a link on the top of the page connecting students to Khan Academy, which will use their scores. If students link their College Board and Khan Academy accounts to develop free online personalized practice program. Students can look at the test questions from the PSAT NMSQT using the Test Questions tab on the Score Report screen, or by clicking the Questions button on the Test Scores screen. For most PSAT NMSQT administration, students can see the question content and answer explanation with their scores, which can help them understand why they got a question right or wrong. Students can review the question content if the question numbers are hyperlinked on the test questions page. Students will benefit from reviewing the questions they missed on the PSAT NMSQT, understanding the correct answer, and thinking about why they selected the incorrect answer. Recognizing and correcting their mistakes may help them avoid errors in the future. Students can identify the level of difficulty for each question, as well as determining how many questions they missed at each level. In addition, students can look at the questions they skipped. Were they more difficult questions or questions associated with a particular subscore or cross-test score? Reminder, the PSAT, NMSQT, and SAT no longer penalizes students for incorrect answers. Students are encouraged to give their best answers on all questions when they take the SAT. AP Potential provides information about the advanced placement courses in which students are likely to be successful based on the PSAT and NMSQT scores. Students can access AP Potential information from the dashboard. Students will see 1, 2, or 3 dots indicating their likelihood of success on an AP exam based on their scores. 1 dot means that potential is not yet demonstrated, 2 dots means there is some likelihood of success, and 3 dots indicates there is a likelihood of success on an AP exam for a particular AP course. This information should not be used in isolation to determine whether a student should or should not take AP. Students should use this as one piece of information to help them decide whether to take AP classes. They should consult with their teachers and counselors, review their course schedules, and consider their grades, interests, future plans, and work habits when deciding whether to take AP classes. The upcoming slides will explain the official SAT practice with Khan Academy and SAT registration. Official SAT practice on Khan Academy is offered to students at no cost. Students have access to thousands of official SAT test questions written and reviewed by the College Board and 6 full-length SAT tests. Students can access official SAT practice on a computer or by using the daily SAT practice app or Khan Academy app on their mobile device. Khan Academy creates personalized learning plans for each student based on his or her test performance and practice on Khan Academy. It also provides videos that will tutor students in the areas in which they need help. In order to receive personalized practice plans based on their PSAT NMSQT results, students will have to link their Khan Academy accounts and their College Board accounts. To begin the linking process, students must log into their Khan Academy accounts. Students will be prompted to link their Khan Academy and College Board accounts when they log in. When students agree to link the accounts, they will be directed to collegeboard.org. When they reach collegeboard.org, they will need to sign in to their College Board account. After successfully logging in to the College Board account, they will be asked to authorize the linking of the accounts. This allows Khan Academy to access student score data related to the SAT suite of assessments. Students will see a screen clarifying what they are agreeing to link. If they choose to click Send, they will be directed back to the official SAT practice on Khan Academy. Students can choose to remove this link by clicking on Revoke in the College Board account settings. Students who took the PSAT and NMSQT have seen a test that is similar in content and format with the SAT. They have already started practicing for the SAT by taking the PSAT and NMSQT. Students can navigate to the SAT registration site by clicking on Popular Tools menu within the online score report and selecting SAT registration. This will open a new window for sat.org/register. They will need photos of themselves to upload for verification. The complete registration checklist is available at collegereadiness.collegeboard.org/SAT/online-registration-help. And fee waivers are also available for students who demonstrate financial need. Students would need to consult with their counselors for further information about fee waivers. I want to thank you for your attention to this slides presentation. Should you have further questions about the PSAT and NMSQT, and as well as linking your College Board account to your Khan Academy account, please contact your school counselor as soon as possible. Thank you.